Oh my gosh. I was I was not expecting this series to blow up. I just want to give a huge thank you to all of my fans, all of the people who've been supporting me. I really can't. I don't mean to get emotional right at the start of the video, but it really means a lot to me, to come back to making content and get such overwhelming support for what I'm doing and in something I'm passionate about. I'm I'm so passionate about this series and I'm so glad people agree. I'm glad I'm spreading the word of Larva because it needs to be seen. I feel like if everyone saw this piece of media, no matter what your views are, it could give you a look, a look into a world that is real and and it could affect you. I think this is the kind of series that really affects you. It leaves you with something. You watch it and you're left with this feeling and these thoughts and your head is running wild and that's a good piece of media. I mean, you really can't get better than that. I'll stop rambling. I've talked about it many times, but y'all are here for the episode, and you want to hear my thoughts on the episode, I presume. So, Dancing in the Rain is the title of this episode. This is the third mini-episode of episode 1. Oh boy, Dancing in the Rain. I mean, even just that title is sort of profound, It's poetic, almost. And I can only think, with the general theme I've seen so far of this show, what could really be said here, and I'm just so excited. So yeah, I'm gonna watch this episode, and I'll come back to you, and we'll talk about it. So yeah, this episode. Wow, I need to collect my thoughts, but I mean, seriously. Wow. Okay. Well, it's a more optimistic. It's a more optimistic take on things. The last ones sort of had sort of pessimistic, endings. They sort of made you feel hopeless. They made you feel helpless. They made you feel like, oh, well, we're stuck in this society and we've nothing to do about it. But this episode really, it puts it into perspective, and it's not all, it's not all, happy, fucking butterflies and roses. It's actually pretty. It's. I guess I'll start from the top. You need to understand what happens to understand where I'm coming from here. So the episode starts with they're trying to hide from the rain and to not get wet. And the red one kicks the yellow one out from under cover, and then the yellow one ends up in a bottle cap, and they start dancing in the bottle cap, kind of like a tap shoe. And the other one says, "You know what? Hey, that looks kind of fun." And he joins in and they start dancing in the rain, and they don't even care about getting wet anymore. They just start dancing in the rain. And then the big pink one comes in, and he wants to join in on dancing and having fun despite it being in the rain, and he ends up crushing them. And there's a lot to unpack here. I mean, first of all, like, oh boy. So it's really like, it's about making the most of a situation. I mean, I'm sure you could gather that. Times are tough and things are hard, but when you get thrown into this world that might seem like you're stuck and there's nothing you can do. you find joy in I'm seeing it mostly as a creative outlet. Like, when you find entertainment. I think there's a big part of the entertainment industry that's really it keeps us going. Without entertainment and without the entertainment industry, our society as a whole would, have a real problem functioning. The weight of the world would collapse on us without something to distract us. And I think that's also symbolized by the rain coming down on them, and it's all around them, and it's even hitting them and making them wet, and they're soaking, but they're still dancing because all they can focus on is how much fun they're having dancing. And it doesn't matter where they are or how they're doing it or what may be going on around them. They're dancing and they're having fun, and they've found a way to escape. It's like a temporary little escape until you sort of realize you get out of that escape, and it's crushing. It feels light and fun, like you can dance around and it's all okay, and then suddenly it comes crashing down on you. The realization that this world isn't just the entertainment we consume, but the entertainment we consume is merely a distraction or an expression of what's happening without really going into the deep root of it. And I think with the big one coming in and joining in, it's sort of like it's sort of a symbolism of, what we create in these situations, these things that are meaningful to us and that we use to cope with our modern day reality, gets taken over by the thing that we're trying to escape from. Like corporations, marketing these things to us and programming them to appeal to us instead of us just connecting with one another and almost destroying what we originally had and the original purpose of creation. And that's something I can relate to. For independent artists who create, anything, it's almost as if they stand no chance, against something that's so much bigger than them. And everyone will be looking at the big thing while they're just under the shoe of it. And it's sad. It's for a brief moment it's hopeful, and then it's sad. It's crushing. And it really just it's a special message. It's a message that I think everyone should, see and understand, and maybe by sharing this message through an art form like Larva, you can maybe pay more eye to the little distractions that we create, the little art that we create to cope with our reality. Maybe that's the whole point of this show. It's to cope with everything around us while still making us think and remember. But it's fun. It's almost a nice way to look at everything. Makes it easier. And I can appreciate that. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say on this one. Great episode. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think that corporations are still making something for us all to connect to and just spreading it to a wider audience? Or do you think they're controlling us through this mass-produced media? You know, what are your thoughts in the comments? And just leave them in the comments below and discuss. We can discuss as always. So yeah, that's it for Dancing in the Rain. And wow. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching.